This is a general reading for Aries for the week of October 6th to the 12th. So if Aries is your sun or moon rising or Venus, this is a general reading for you. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Please excuse the noise. They're working on, again, the house next door with the common wall. So now they're pounding, tapping. I think they might be doing tiling. So if you would please try to ignore the sound. So thank you. Now, for Aries, again, I am offering that complimentary reading. So for the month of October, selecting one person who either subscribes or puts in a comment. So if you want to be considered, please do that. And being a subscriber is absolutely free. It costs nothing. So please consider being a subscriber. It helps the channel. And check to be sure that you are a subscriber. Check below the video and it will say whether you're a subscriber or not. Sometimes YouTube unsubscribes and I don't know why, but all I have to do is subscribe again. I will not send you any solicitations. I will not use it for marketing. I will not send you texts or emails. The only email I will send is if you are selected for the free complimentary reading, and I will respond to your comments. That's when you would hear from me. Consider subscribing if you like the video, thumbs up. I do read all of your comments, and I do appreciate the support, the love that you express, and the I'm so grateful for all of you. Because of you, the channel is growing. We're almost up to 4,000. I said we, because I think that we have created a global community, and I really appreciate your support. For readings, I have an offer for this month. Oh, and why would you want to be a subscriber? Well, part of it is that you can be considered for the complimentary reading. You can, when you're a subscriber, you can hit the notification button and be notified when the videos come out. And for the month of October, for subscribers for the readings, if you're interested in having a reading with me, it's $5 off if you're a subscriber. So for half an hour, instead of $30, it's $25. And for an hour, instead of $50, it's $45. So for an hour reading, $45, that's a real bargain. So if you're interested, just send me an email. Now, today I have my team here. It's the PORTUGAL technical team. Leading the supervision of the tarot cards is Nina Chihuahua. Jason's in the bedroom. He's usually here, but I closed the door because of the tapping on the wall. And Jason is the security team. Milo is in the sitting room. I don't know what Milo is. I think maybe he's emotional support. And Hope's out in the courtyard. So I have shuffled the cards. I'm going to do a little video on an update of my health. I really appreciate all your kind thoughts. And this has been sort of a rough week for me with my health, because this was the week I had my infusion and I've not felt good for a couple of days. So we're going to do this. The other thing is I hear from folks in the comments that they see the orbs and they've seen angels. So, keep your eyes open and see if the orbs are from the spirit guides, because you have a great spirit team. So let's see what we have. I'm using the Morgan Greer deck. I have shuffled and cut the cards. So let's see what we have ahead. Well, we have the King of Pentacles, which indicates money, crossed over by, what do you want to manifest? Now, do you want to manifest? Now, this can be manifesting a job, or this can be manifesting someone in your life or love, or it could be manifesting you, that you would become the King of Pentacles, or, that you would have financial standing. Crossed over by, that was the Magician. Now, the Magician is manifesting whatever figuring out what you want to manifest and turning it over to the universe. See, the hand is raised to the universe, and there is the affinity, which means it's unlimited. unlimited abundance. Now, because one person has abundance does not mean that it's going to take away from anything that you have or you want to manifest. You know, we're all on a different understanding of manifestation. We are all learning as we go along the process. And I'm, for example, I'm listening to the Julie Poole Manifestation 101, her second book on audiobook, for me to be working on my manifestation. So we're all learning, and there's no limit. So, and for me, I rejoice when I see others who are manifesting, who are being successful, and I encourage them along the way. And so that comes back to me also, because it sends the positive to the universe. So whatever do you want to manifest? Doesn't have to be money. It can be health, relationships, love, family, whatever you want. This is the time to figure out what you want to manifest. Now, at the base of it is the Seven of Pentacles. Now, we'll go over that as we go along. What's behind you is the Knight of Pentacles. Crowning you is the Devil. That could be on your thoughts of a previous situation, or feeling like for some of you that the devil, which isn't the devil, but it's, you know, the barriers, the negativity, that it, you know, could still be around you, or you're feeling that. Now we have the Page of Rods ahead. You've been waiting for that message. Knight of Swords. Three of Cups. Happy celebration. Eight of Cups. And the final outcome is the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands with Eight of Cups, or Eight of Pentacles. And then you have the two eights. You have the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups with the Justice card. Three of Cups with the Lovers. So there could be, you know, there could be a relationship coming for someone, or your relationships are very good. Knight of Swords with the Star, Destiny. Well, I'm going to put another card on that before for a clarifier. Then we have the Ace of Swords. You know how I like the Ace of Swords, because it's a, you know, cutting through, getting clarity, and through knowledge comes, you can make more sound decisions. Why do I see that? Because I see like a tunnel, you know, and sometimes you feel like you're in a tunnel and you really don't know, you have no clues, and you're having to make a decision. Well, the Ace of Swords is that giving you that information, so it's sort of lifting, well, it is lifting the veil, so that you can have light on where you're going, and that's exactly what this is. The Devil card with the Queen of Swords. Okay, so we'll see, get a clarifier on that. Then we have behind you the Empress. Three of Wands. Page of Swords. And the Two of Cups. Okay, so, you know, all the, you know, the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords, that's gone. The Eight of Swords is gone. The only thing is in this reading is what's on your mind is the Devil and the Queen of Swords with that, which could indicate that you've been thinking about the past, or you've been thinking of, you know, what is going on. It can be that you are the Queen of Swords and that's taking control of a situation, because the Queen of Swords is very decisive, strong, and is not easily swayed. Because we have your reading is the King of Pentacles, which is the money, or bringing someone to you. So it could be job, could be prosperity, crossed over about what you want to manifest. So you've been thinking about how you're going to manifest. It could be that new chapter, and what do you want to manifest? It could be thinking for some of you, how can you break that barrier and have prosperity coming to you? So it's, I see like the, you know, the barrier broken, and I see coins coming to you. Claim the money, because the prosperity an abundance is coming to you and you're wondering how to do it. And it's speak in the now and be in the now and see that you have it now. Speak it now and see that you have it now. And then we have the Page of Swords, which is clarity with a conversation between two people. The Page of Swords is either research or you're going to hear something that gives you clarity and direction. And what it is that the Two of Cups, which is a conversation between two people, that gives you some direction. Could be that you've been waiting to hear about something, or there could have been a delay and you get clarity following a conversation. It could be clarification, for example, are you going to be hired? What is going on with the job? Are there going to be bonuses? Defining the job, if it's related to a job. If it's related to housing, defining that. When is the change going to come? Is it approved? Some of you, now that the interest rates are going down, you may be thinking about getting a mortgage. And what are the terms of that? I see that there, for some, it could have been there was like a chain that was keeping things from moving, and now the chain is falling away and it's opening up, and you're seeing that things are releasing, that you can now move forward. And part of that is that some of you are going to get clarity, you're going to get a conversation with someone, and that will, then you'll be able to move forward. It could be, for example, talking to a banker and seeing about buying a house and getting approved. It could be a job, getting clarification regarding that. And for some of you, are you waiting? Yes, you got the Justice card. So some of you are still waiting for, you know, that court thing or some sort of settlement, or waiting for some benefit. And it might be that you are getting some clarity of when, following a conversation with someone. When is it going to start? When is a decision going to be made? And what is the process? So there's some clarity of what's coming up. Because at the base of it is work and looking at your choices. The Three of Rods is looking out and seeing what your choices are, seeing that there's abundance that's going to be coming to you, and you have some options. You're not moving forward and it's not moving to you. You're looking at it, and it can be related to work. Could be some choices about a job. Which job are you going to take? Or it could be that, are you going to be self-employed? Are you going to stay where you are? Are you going to take a new job? You're looking, you know which ones you are looking at. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a job. So hard work can be, you know, work can also be involved in things such as working on a relationship, even working on yourself, working on your health. You know, so you could be looking at those options too. Okay, someone, when I said health, is looking at some choices and deciding whether to be conservative or be bold, not bold, but sort of brave about doing it. You know, sometimes, okay, Spirit wants to say this. Sometimes when you avoid a medical procedure and you put it off, it makes it worse, because then things start breaking down, and it's better to be proactive. For example, if you have a car, which is like our bodies, you know, and it has parts, and as you get older, the parts fall apart. Well, where? You know, that's why I had a knee replacement, because the bones wore out. Well, the longer you put it off, then it puts a strain on that, and so then it might be that it just it gets more involved rather than be proactive and take care of it before it's too serious. Just as you have a car and you need to do the 15,000 mile checkup or the 50,000 mile checkup, it's better to take care of it before it gets too critical. And Spirit's saying to someone, okay, you're sort of worried about this whole thing, and they're saying that you are going to have the support that you need, that you're sort of afraid that maybe you'll have this procedure and you're wondering about how you're going to maneuver around. Well, you're going to be surprised, because there's people, not surprised, but people are going to step up and say, here, I'll help you. And so you're going to have that support during your recovery. Do not worry about it. And and you're going to have a very rapid, progressive health recovery from it. And afterwards, you're going to say, gosh, I wish I would have done this a year ago. I feel so much better, and it's helped me. You know, I think it, you know, for someone they had said that they have been putting off some sort of thing. Well, we all, you know, when I go back to the U.S., I have a whole long list of things that I'm going to take care of. And so it's like you're thinking, oh, well, I'm glad I got that taken care of. So, you know, it's taking care of things before they get too serious. Like you go to the dentist before you lose a tooth. You know, it's sort of that thing, the maintenance, just like you maintain a car. So for someone, Spirit's saying, take care of it before it gets too serious, and you will have the support that you need. Not only the physical part, but the emotional support. And I'm not going to say that you'll be surprised, but you really feel eased because what you're stressed about, what you're worried about, doesn't happen. You're going to have lots of support. You're not going to be alone in this. What's behind you is the page of the Knight of Pentacles and the Empress. So the Knight of Pentacles, okay, I sense there's orbs around me now. You probably see them. I don't see them, but I feel them. That the Knight of Pentacles is like moving forward towards money, and the Empress. So all of those things that you've been, the challenges that you have that have been related to finances and the chains of being able to move forward, that has been released. That you now, you know, have had the clear path, and that chapter was closed, and then you're on to new lessons, and you have moved forward. So the struggle that you had is over for that part. There's new opportunities that have been coming, and it's moving forward. You are on the path already. It's not just starting the path, it's not just starting the journey, but you're on your way already. And that's what's behind you, abundance and moving forward to your prosperity. And what's on your mind is about the Devil and the Queen of Swords. Now, it's a couple of different things. I think you could be the Queen of Swords, or the energy of the Queen of Swords, and tackling whatever this Devil represents. Now, Spirits had told me, as you may recall, that the Devil represents those behaviors that keep someone from being authentic with themselves or with others. Can be things such as, oh, I get egocentric. That it might be around someone who's very, you know, everybody uses the term narcissistic now. Everybody's narcissistic. No. You know, it's just the catchphrase of whatever, the pop, you know, like, oh, because you know, like everybody was ADHD, and then they were bipolar, and then they were, you know, it's whatever the catchphrase is at the time. But this one is like egocentric. It could be, you could call them narcissistic, but this person is, you know, you might be around someone, well, you know, it's the whole thing, it's all about you, well, it's all about them. That could be someone. It could also be standing up, maybe someone has a temper. And so you're able to stand up with your boundaries. I think that this has to do with your lesson. And it's not that it's I don't think it's your things that you're dealing with, such as addictions or gambling or temper of your own. I think it is a lesson of how you're dealing with this in a situation. You know, I talk about now that when we have challenges and life lessons, and sometimes we have the, you know, like in a play, you might have the one that's the adversarial. Well, you have, that we learn from those situations. So this is a learning experience. How are you relating to this challenge? Is it about establishing barrier, you know, your boundaries? Is it speaking out for yourself? Is it having empathy? Is it forgiveness? Whatever it is, it's a lesson, and that person who is presenting this has a role, because if we don't have this role, we wouldn't be able to have the learning. So, you know, this is something that I have learned, you know, because I continue to work on myself, and there's certain spiritual teachers. I think they're spiritual teachers that have videos, and I learned from them. And part of this is, why do we have things going on in our world or around us? It's to point it out, to show us. And so these people who are playing certain roles are able to show us what needs to be adjusted, to bring light to the situations instead of having them in the dark. And it's the same in our personal lives also, that we can see what we need to adjust in ourselves. Or maybe maybe forgiveness of them, forgiveness of ourselves. And each one of us is different. So, but it is, Spirit has told me it is you learning a lesson on this situation, and then thanking the person for them to be showing us something that we need to adjust in ourselves. Now, oh my goodness, what did we do here, Nina? What's going on ahead is we have here the conversation. Oh, it's also you're reading about a conversation that you have in clarity, whatever that conversation was, because what's ahead of you then is a message from the Page of Rods, which is going to give some clarity. You know, you have the Page of Swords, which is clarity, and then you have the Page of Rods, and this is with the Ace of Swords. So it's an information gathering this week that's going to give you clarity. And from that, okay, so this is good, because for some of you, you've been undecided of what direction to go. Maybe you considered 2 jobs and you've been trying to figure it out and you didn't have enough information, or maybe your intuition said something about one situation, whether it's moving to a house, whether it's, whether to buy a house, or to take a particular job, or some sort of decision, and you're going to get clarity because you're getting a message. And through that message, then you feel more confident in the decision you're making, because it's the Page of Rods and the Ace of Swords, which is clarity. It's cutting through the veil. So you go, aha, that's what's really going on. You could be undecided because your intuition says there's something wrong, or not wrong, but I don't have all the information, and my intuition says that there's something that doesn't resonate. And this gives you that information, whether to go forward or not to go forward. Go ahead, or take your time and look at alternatives. So it gives you that confidence of what direction to go, and that's what's coming up. Because then we have fate, destiny, and the Knight of Swords. Now, I always look at the Knight of Swords as movement and energy. In the other deck, it shows him running to a motorcycle. And so it's sort of like not really paying, it's going forward in a high energy direction with almost impulsively. However, what it's saying is really moving forward. You have the information now, and now you are like, okay, I have what I need, I'm getting on a motorcycle, which means movement, going forward. It's a sense of direction, and through that you have the confidence. It's almost like the knight, on the horse, and they get the information, and then they go, riding their horse across the plane, or the direction they're going, and know exactly what they're going to do with their their rod going forward. Then we have a celebration related to lovers. Now, this could be in 2 different interpretations. It could be a relationship and you feel very good about getting together with this individual. It also could be new beginnings and feeling very good and making a decision about that, because the lovers can also mean a decision. I get a sense this week, Aries, that you're feeling like an uplifting, that there has been things that have been on hold for a while and you're able to move forward. What I also see is like the veil, which is like a real thin, like almost a chiffon floating around, and that's being blown up, so moved up, so you can get a clear picture of really what's going on. Because for a while you felt like you didn't really, it was a little bit hazy. Now it's being lifted up, almost like a curtain of a stage, and through that then you have real clarity of what you're going, what the direction you're going, and that you have more confidence because things are starting to fall into place, and that gives you more confidence rather than holding back. Then we have you with the Eight of Cups. Again, there's, you know, you're feeling like there's still something a little bit underneath that it's not clear, and the Justice card. Now, this could also be interpreted a couple of different ways. You know, the Eight of Cups is moving forward, and the Moon indicates that there's not all the information. Now, it could be this interpreted a couple of different ways. One, that the Justice card is you keeping balance in your life, and actually this is very good because the Justice card is Libra, and we're now in Libra. So this is a time of Libra, keeping your balance, making balanced decisions, and looking forward. And we just had the new moon, so it's moving forward at this time. Getting clarity of really what you want. You know the direction you want, but you could feel it's sort of like a refinement of it. So this is the direction I want to go, but I need all the refinement, because when we're manifesting, it's very important to be specific of what you want. You know, I've talked about it before. I've taken manifestation classes, and people would talk about what they want, and then they forget to add something. You know, like the lady that was looking for the house, and she put everything that she wanted there, but she forgot to put kitchen, and she looked at a house to buy that had no kitchen. So you know, look at refinement when you you know what you want, and this is being very specific of what you now have. And remember, as you speak it, it is now. This is what I've been learning from the Julie Pool. So so you could be making up, keeping your balance of what you want, or for someone, because some of you do have some legal situations, settlements. It could be like, for example, Social Security, making a decision which takes years and years, and you know, getting some clarity, or you think that there's something that might be missing, or that you're wondering why it's taking so long, and you know that there might be something hidden. There could also be financial settlements like car, you know, motor vehicle accident, civil suits, where you are suing someone, and you're waiting for the decision, you're waiting for the action actually to get on the docket or to move forward. And so, you know, that could also be, and you're thinking, well, you know, what's missing here? What is missing here? Oh, okay, for someone, what's missing is that the people whoever that you are in litigation with, they want to stall it a little bit because they think if something comes out, it'll be really in your favor. So they're sort of stalling. I don't know what this means, but they're sort of stalling. I don't know if it's a product defect or something. I guess someone's suing because of a defect in the product that even makes it, that would be more in your favor if this came out like a motor, like a car defect for something, or something like that, that if it really comes out, then your amount that would come to you would be much greater. So they're sort of trying to push that down. I don't know who this relates to, but it's like a, you know, it could be that it was like a personal injury or something like that, and that you're waiting, but it also has to do with the defect of the product, like a car or something, and they're trying to push it down. So there's something hidden there. That's a clue for you. Someone from Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Now, the final outcome is life. This is just life. That it's hard work. You stay on task, and you got all these responsibilities of life. Now, it could be a job, you know, you go to work, you know exactly what to do, you have your responsibilities, but that's stable, because it's really, you know, it's much better to have the smooth every day than the drama up and down and up and down. So that, like I say, that's life. Now, it can also be, besides making money, it could just be daily living. You know, we do put work into our relationships, into our family, into our home, and it could just be all those responsibilities. But it is much easier and to have stability, financial stability. You know the job you have, you do it every day, and then you know that you're going to get compensated for it, and you have the duties related to it. Now, the other thing is, once you have the stability and the prosperity in your life, then you can work on other things, because you're not putting all of your energy of trying to get a job, and you know, or working on getting a job. And see, I shouldn't say trying, because that means that you're keeping it at a distance. So you have the security, so you're not putting out the energy of manifesting that part, so you can work on other things such as family relationships, yourself, the home, whatever it is that, you know, is the next thing. Maybe your health even, or you're going to start a regime of you know, improving your health, for example. Whatever it is, now that you have the stability of the work, then you can work on the other things. So things are starting to fall into place this week, Aries. And it's for some. Now for others, you know, you might be at a different pace. Oh, that's Nina, so you'll have to listen to her. So it might be that you're wondering when it's going to happen for you. At that point, you know, then it's important to, you know, look at, you know, replace the negativity with the positive. Put the positive in, focus on. It's all about, you know, manifestation and language. And it could be, now I've been listening to these things that, like, if you've been looking for a job and it's been a year, maybe it's focusing on something different, a different kind of occupation, or refining it, or an adjustment. So it's, you know, assessing. You've got the sword, so assessing where you are. It may need to be an adjustment. It may be to expand, or to look at something, you know, that you have skills in one place, but you can transfer them over. And then, okay, then we go into the fear. That for some of you, you do have the capability to stretch out and apply for those jobs that you're afraid to, because you don't have the confidence that you can do it. However, you do have it. You have the ability, you have the skill, and it's stretching out. Part of it is your lesson in that it's self-love, knowing and pushing through the boundaries that you have put there yourself. So it's part of shooting for the stars, is what they say. Shoot for the stars, because you are going to be able to reach that, and it's on a different path. It's an expansion of, and more prosperity too, because you are going through the fear and reaching to the jobs such as maybe it's expanding your skills, learning something new, going into a managerial, or you know, a lead or something. But it's facing your fears, facing your barriers, and as a result of that, you'll be able to expand. From that expansion, it goes on and on, because it's like the snowball. As you get more confident, it increases and increases. And then it also expands into your home, the prosperity, and how you are getting more confidence in yourself. It's all part of the package. So the barriers that we have are the barriers that we put. It's some fear. It's either love or fear. Those are the two emotions, and so it's fear. And so face the fear and be brave. It's like the lion. That's what Spirit's telling you, is be like the lion. Now, I'm going to pull a couple of oracle cards for you. I can feel my energy coming back. It's been a rough few days for me with my health. So, we're going to have the wisdom of the oracle. Okay, and thank you for the prayers for my health. You know, I still have 14 more infusions of basically it's an immunosuppressant and immunotherapy, and the immunosuppressant is really a form of chemo. So 10 more months, and when I have them afterwards, I'm pretty wiped out for a couple of days. So that's what's been going on this week. Angels and archangels and spirit guides, show us the cards here for the wisdom of the oracle for our wonderful Aries. And angels and archangels and spirit guides. Okay. Oh, and the other thing is I'm very anemic, so next time I go I have to get an iron transfusion, which I should have had this week, but they would have had to get pre-authorization from the insurance company, so I have to wait 3 weeks. Angels and archangels. Here we go. Treasure Island. I think we've done this before, that we don't know the treasure's there, and there it is. Then imagine, manifestation, and yang. Yang is the other part of manifestation, you know, the yin and the yang. This is the male part of manifestation. Imagine is manifestation, and this one is the treasure island, which sometimes we pass up the treasure. We don't know that we're actually there, that this is the treasure. So it's all about manifestation and what you want to manifest. That's what Spirit is saying to you, Aries, is that you can manifest anything that you imagine right now, and it will come to you. Some of the things that you have been struggling with are fading, are going away, because you have learned, you know, the skills to move on to other things. So there's going to be a sense of release, and that you can, and freedom, that and it's almost, instead of being so focused, oh, I see them. You know how they used to have the great big wheel, and people would walk around and they would be making the grain into flour, you know, we went around and around. You don't have to focus on that anymore, which is like, you know, something to the grindstone. That's what that is. That's the grindstone. Nose to the grindstone. That's where that expression comes from. I didn't know that. So you don't have to have your nose to the grindstone anymore, because things are starting to fall in place, and as a result of that, then you feel like you can start recreating more, enjoying life a little bit, maybe some family activities, or now this is the sports season, you know, maybe go out and watch a high school football game or some sports, or, you know, walks in the fall in the leaves. It's sort of recreating and having some free time, which is also going to heal your spirit. It's going to heal you, because it's now time to just sort of enjoy life and heal your body. It's taking care of yourself. It's doing some self-care. So you went from the maybe focusing on the prosperity for some of you to the self-care and loving yourself and healing from what you've been through from some really difficult times in the past few months. So, you know, tap yourself on the back and say, good job, Aries. You've done a good job. Now, let's pull some other cards. I'm getting my energy back. Thank you. Oh. Yes, it's been a rough few days. Now, which card? Okay, Divine Beloved. We're going to do the Divine Beloved here. Angels and archangels and spirit guides. Oh, and also I still have my house for sale, and it's in the community section. Thank you, people inquiring about it. The realtor said there's someone that is considering it. They would do it as a construction site to add up. So prayers would be appreciated. Why do I want to sell my house? So I can go back to the US, and things will be so much easier for me, including my health. Because with my co-pays here in Portugal, like 1 month in June, I had 3,000 in euros that I spent, 3,000 for out of pocket. This month it will be 1,000 euros out of pocket that I pay. So it will be so much easier for my medical, the support that I'll have, because I'll be able to, in Las Vegas, which is my home, I have people that can help me with my computer support, for example. because I know someone that's, you know, I'm not tech savvy. And so someone that can help me do that. So you talk about cameras, you talk about microphone, you'll be able to help me do that, or put banners, or, you know, all that stuff. It'll be so much easier. So, and my family's there. And I have a great granddaughter that I want to be seeing her grow up closer by. Okay, what do we have for our Aries here? Okie doke. So if you know anybody that wants to buy a house in Portugal, in the Algarve, let me know. Okay, so fear. I release all fear. Remember, we just talked about the fear, and that's fear is keeping someone from applying, reaching, stretching. I invite you, Divine Beloved, to move through me in all ways, guiding my actions in every moment. Let me reduce all fear and feel unbridled openness to the now. Yes, this is the card right here. Some of you are dealing with fear, but like, oh, no, I'm going to cancel all this. No, I can't do the job. You know, I have the skills, but I've never been a manager, or I don't know about HR rules, or I don't know how to teach someone or be a mentor, or, you know, all these little negative thoughts. Or they wouldn't, honey, cancel all those. Face the fear, because those are those things in your mind that are going around, but it's not true, but we create it. You know, it's the thing about we open the door and it's not an elephant, it's a mouse. It's the same sort of thing. So release the fear, because you can go through the fear, and it's a big lesson for you because it's getting your confidence up. And once you have the confidence here, you're going to be able to carry it over for a whole lot of other things too. And then you're not going to be afraid to try new things. Some things, you know, because like for me, I'd never jump out of an airplane. But, you know, you have more confidence to do things and build on that. That's what it's saying. Now I'm going to pull some of the, a couple of affirmation cards here, and then the meditation card. Now, if you have not considered subscribing, please consider it. It's absolutely free. And if you're interested in that reading, if you're a subscriber, it's $25 and $45. It can be live or it can be video. It's your choice. And the live is like I usually use WhatsApp, and you can ask the questions and it's interactive. The thing I also notice is my readings tend to be more than the time that, you know, if you have sign up for it, I stretch them over a little bit. So you get, you know, a good value. Okay, the two cards that we have here for our Aries this week. Okay, I open new doors to life. I see a thing coming here from your guides. I rejoice in what I have, and I know that fresh new experiences are always ahead. I greet the new with open arms. I trust life to be wonderful. Yes. And then the other card we have here is I deserve the best and I accept the best now. Oh, that's a good one. I am mentally and emotionally equipped to enjoy a prosperous and loving life. It is my birthright to deserve all good. I claim my good. There you go. And then our meditation card for this week. And thank you, Aries, for being the best support of the channel. Aries has always exceeded any of the other signs for views and for sharing and for comments. I certainly appreciate your support. And angels and archangels, what do we have here? Okay. Angels and archangels, what is the message for a meditation card this week? Okay, breakthrough. For a star to be born, it must first collapse. This is not your destruction, this is your birth. There you go, Aries. Thank you so much. And Nina's right here. And we send you light and love from Portugal. Thank you.